In Movies and Money today, the Brits had the run of the box office over the weekend with a surprising win by Downton Abbey. Let's bring in movie man Erik Childress for more. Hello to you, Erik.
Hi, Angie.
Well, Downton Abbey had a big opening weekend that shocked many industry analysts, and you said you thought it was going to be a logjam in the top 5, but this film separated itself from the pack.
It sure did, Angie, and if you go back to what I was saying last week about it, I thought it was hard to pin down the exact numbers because of a variety of factors. Were the Downton Abbey fans still engaged? Would they show up or wait until it was available at home where they watched the TV show? And most importantly, could Focus Features pull it off? The answer to all of those questions were clearly yes, and it is the studio that should be given a pat on the back here for achieving the biggest opening weekend in their nearly 20-year history. $31 million in its first 3 days, which is now giving a little life to the film, actually making an awards run, on top of the possibility that it could surpass Brokeback Mountain's $83 million domestic run for their highest grossing film ever. The demographic for Downton Abbey certainly skews older, which does not exactly lend to repeat viewings, but word of mouth is even more important while others are splitting their time between Ad Astra and Rambo Last Blood. And if you've already seen Downton, I highly recommend you catch up with the Brad Pitt film. But even if it has a big drop in attendance this weekend, it is already a winner for the studio.
The only wide release this weekend is targeting families, and it's abominable. Here's a look.
I just want to escape. There's a Yeti on my roof.
Universal's Abominable may look particularly familiar to parents and their kids. It was almost exactly a year to the opening of it Friday that Warner Brothers released Smallfoot into theaters. Abominable cost $75 million and actually debuted at the Toronto Film Festival to reviews that have been mostly positive but more of a lukewarm variety. I think it is reasonable to expect that Abominable will manage to find itself in the top spot at the box office this weekend, but is going to take a much better international haul if that streak is going to continue.
And Erik, coming out in limited release is Renee Zellweger in her performance of Judy Garland in Judy.
Everybody has their troubles. And I've had mine. I just want what everybody wants. I just seem to have a harder time getting it.
Well, Renee is generating major Oscar buzz with this one, Erik.
She is, Angie, which in some respect is practically automatic whenever you have a star taking on a legend in a biopic. We just had Rami Malek, for better or worse, win the Oscar last year for portraying Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody, so the buzz was there before anyone had even seen Judy. Now, those that did at Telluride in Toronto have mostly been on the same message: great performance, mediocre movie, which does not rule out awards talk entirely. Bohemian Rhapsody, after all, was an awful movie, but it was a big hit. Roadside is certainly going to be throwing their weight behind getting the film that single nomination for Zellweger, and they're going to have to keep the awareness up on a film that many critics could be forgetting about when they start filling out their own ballots in the run-up to Oscar nominations. Now, that can certainly start now if they handle the release right.
Thank you so much, Erik. We'll see you back here next week.
Thank you, Angie.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.